Okay, good morning, everyone. So we are going to be starting today's analysis, pre-market analysis for Euro USD, USD CHF, BTC USD, USD TPY, and XA USD. So let's begin. So Euro USD on the daily chart we are bullish. We have swept the low here. I'm looking for a reaction to 4-hour supply before we continue lower. So on the 4-hour, we came yesterday, we swept this high over here. We had a liquidity sweep of that high over there, and we saw a reaction to the downside into 1-hour demand here. So we're just waiting for confirmations to continue the play into our supply to get the reaction, and then we continue lower to target this lows here. So on the 1-hour, after the sweep of this high, we pulled back into this week here after price tapped into this fair value gap order block here. It gave us a reaction to the upside. We swept this high here, came back down. Now we are retesting of the 1-hour order block over here. So drop down to the M15 for confirmations. Let me remove this here. So you can see this is the last point, the POI, the last POI. We have a fair value gap over here. We have inducement. This is a trade idea. Normally I'll take a risk entry on. I wouldn't really wait for confirmation entry, but it happened outside of session. Otherwise, this will have been the entry here to target the high here. That will have been the ideal entry, but it happened out of session. So we have the sweep of this low here, the market structure Sept. This last order block here has been tapped into to give us the move to the upside. So we have the fair value gap here. I'm looking for the retracement back down into this order block, then a retracement back down into the other block, and the continuation move to the upside. Now you can choose to take your entry from the top of the other block or the 25%. I normally like taking the 25% because it gives me better risk to reward. As you can see here, we have 5 hours. We take it from the 25%, and we have roughly 4 hours when you take it from the top of the other block. So I'm taking it from the 25%, stops a bit below the low because we can have a sweep of this low here, like what happened to me yesterday. We can have the sweep of the low before we actually get the move to the upside. So that's something I have to be careful of. So this is the entry I'm looking for on Euro USD. Come to USD CHF. So USD CHF on the daily. Price pushed lower here. Then we had the move to the upside. We swept out the side over here. I was looking for a retracement down into lower time frame order blocks to have the continuation to target the daily order block. Then maybe get the market structure Sept, then we continue lower. For the 4-hour time frame, you can see price tapping this is now relax and give you the high time frame picture. So you have the push to the downside, reaction of supply here, that failed, then we got the push to the upside. So we are looking for the retracement move to target the daily order block over here. We have this 4-hour, this is now order block here. Price has tapped in, we are putting the market structure Sept on the lower time. So that's the move we are trying to capture. This move from here to target the high here, and obviously the daily order block. So you can choose to set your target here if you get an entry in the lower time frame, or you can choose to target this level here. So on the 1-hour, you can see price tapped into the 1-hour order block over here. We had the break of structure here on the lower time frames. The 1 hour market structure sits over here. Then we had a tap into the other block that caused the break of structure. And yeah, that's the reaction we are getting. Now for today's trade, the trade I'm actually looking at for landing opening is here. As you can see, we have swept the high time frame lows on the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, we have swept the lows over here. So what do you go down to? You go down to your 5 minutes time frame. You wait for the market structure shift on the 5 minutes. So right now I'm waiting for the market structure shift over here. So the M5 market structure shift. Um, Plus two. So I'm waiting for the market structure shift, then a retracement back down into maybe the 0.62 level or the 50% of the range, then you get a continuation. So after we get the break of structure, I'll just look to take my fib 2 from wherever the high will be after the break of structure for the pullback. We have the golden fib level here, which will be the 0.62. So that's where I'll be looking to take my entry. Stops below the 1. The target will be the higher time frame high. So we are going to be having a big target for this trade to be all the way above here. If you're able to get this type of entry, it will be roughly a 9 hour trade. So right now I'm just waiting for confirmations, waiting for the M5 market structure shift into the golden fib retracement level, then we get the move to the upside. So that's it for USDHF. Now for BTC USD, on the daily time frame, you can see price we broke structure here. We didn't get the 50% retracement. We broke internal structure over here. Market structure shaped lower. Down into daily demand. We swept this low over here. It was very subtle. You'll be able to see it on the daily time frame, but if you go down lower, you'll be able to see it clearly. We swept out the low here, and that gave us a move to the upside. We came to sweep. We broke structure over here. We swept daily internal highs. That gave us the strong move to the downside. We took out the inducement over here. The price slowed down. We began to see the bullish reaction from this level. So what is my bias for BTC USD? I'm looking for new all-time highs since we have tapped into daily demand, but we don't know if the supply over here will hold. So we are just following price action until it gets over to the highs. So on the 4 hour time frame, we have the break of structure over here. 4 hour double blocks, some of them failed. We came here, we had a reaction. I don't know what we actually reacted for. Maybe it was the sweep of this level here. But we had a reaction there from during the weekend on Sunday specifically. So that gave us a push to the upside. Now we have broken structure above this high. So the 4 hour time frame structure, the internal structure has shifted bullish. So what you are looking to do is follow the trend. So we can look to follow the trend from this level here, this fair value gap over here. If you get confirmations on the lower time frame, we'll be looking to follow that. If you get the confirmation, if you get a break over here, you get down to this fair value gap here, which is more ideal for me because it's the golden fib level, the 0.62. But normally, we don't usually get the push all the way down to that level because look at the momentum price came in with to break this high over here. So I'm expecting this fair value gap to actually hold to give us a continuation move to the upside. So if you go down to the 4 hour time frame, sorry, the 1 hour time frame, you see after the break of structure here, price slowed down a bit. You can see fair squeeze down, broke structure. We came back down, broke structure again, then the market structure shift. So what do we expect from this price actually over here? We are expecting price to go down into the fair value gap over here, give us a confirmation. Then we can look to target new daily highs. So now we are looking at fractal market structure on the 1 hour time frame. So for my entry right now, we have this fair value gap over here, this other block line right before the fair value gap. So I'm expecting the retracement back in. We get the confirmation, then we target the low over here. This will be our target if we get the pushback in and then the confirmation. Sometimes we can just get the pushback and then just break structure again. So we wait for the confirmations. If we get that, then we'll be targeting here. Wait for the market structure shift over here. Sorry, wait for the market structure shift over here to target these highs here. So 15 minutes, that will be where we'll be looking to take our entry. As you can see, I've already drawn what I want to see over here. We want to see the stop rate of these highs, the market structure shift, push back into demand, or you can use fib levels. So the 0.62 over here, you can look to take your entry from there. Stop loss above the high, target this level here. Sell side liquidity below that level there. So this is what I want to see for BTC USD. So now let's move on to USD JPY. So USD JPY daily time frame, not much to see here. You can see we had a break of structure over here, the sweep of this low that gave us a strong bullish reaction. So what do we expect? A pullback into demand to forward the move to the upside to target the high. That's basically it. So you go to the 4-hour time frame. This is where I actually did my pre-session analysis. So 4 hour we had a break of structure over here. We had the pushback in. We got a lot of range here. You could have traded during this range. I traded during this range. It was actually very easy. You can see the break of structure over here. Break here, sweep over here. We came back, full supply. We had a sweep over here. Then prices pushed up. So sometimes the market can be ranging, but you can look to sell from the top 75% in the bottom. You buy from the bottom 75%. So if you are a support and resistance trader, this is actually the area where you'll be much more profitable in. So 4 hour, what do we have? The break of structure over here. After the sweep of the low, we tapped back into 4 hour demand here. That gave us the move to the upside. So now what are we looking for? We are looking for the retracement back down into the 4 hour order block here. We get the confirmation, then we target the high here. Or you can look to extend your target to this high here. But normally after we take out the high, what do we get? A pullback down. So it will be unreasonable for you to target here. But if we see strong momentum, we might actually just extend our target to target the high. So that's something you have to watch out for. So down to the 1 hour. Just my medium time frame. So 1 hour, we are bearish, so we are bullish over here. We switch bearish down here. So what are we looking for today? We are just looking for this move here to play out like this. So right now, price is approaching this 1 hour fair value gap here. So I'm expecting a reaction from this level here up into 1 hour supply. Then we get the move into 4 hour demand. Wait for our confirmations to target the high. So 15 minutes for the entry. Same thing we saw on BTC USD. We had this other block here over here holding during the Asia session. As you can see, we ranged a bit. We had a bit of a spike in Asia, then the move to the downside. So we are expecting this price action to play out over here. We have the stop rate, the market structure shift, the pullback into another block fair value gap, or the golden fit level, which is the 0.62 to target the lows. So that's the move I'm expecting for USD JPY. Next up, XAUSD. This pair has just been flying, like just going all the way, all the way. It doesn't even show any signs of stopping. You can see the 4 hour has just been bullish since we had the breakout of this level here. We have just been going all the way. So always creating all-time highs, all-time highs, all-time highs. So what am I expecting for this? I'm actually just expecting to follow it on the 1 hour. If you are trying to go down, sure you can scalp the 1 minute, whatever, get good market structure over there. But I'm going to be trading from the higher time frame. So we have this break of structure over here, pull back in, move to the upside, break of structure here, extended move to the upside. We have fair value gaps, price left fair value gaps after the break of structure. So what am I looking for? So I'm looking to get a market structure shift on the lower time frame to just target a new high. It's as simple as that. If we get a market structure shift, I'll just be taking my entry to target a new high. If you get the entry here, I'll just be targeting a new high. If you get the entry here, I'll just be targeting a new high. So that's it for gold. There's not, um, I don't really have much expectations, just continuation of the bullish trend. So I'm expecting a pullback into the level, fair value gaps holding, then move to the upside. More ideally for me, this will actually be a better entry for me. If you get the sweep of this low over here, then we get a market structure shift. That would be much more ideal for me to target the high over here. But we'll see. It has been overly bullish. We managed to catch some bit of trades during the move to the upside. So let's see how price continues to react from the daily PDRs, the 1 hour PDRs, sorry. So yeah, that's it for this London session pre-market analysis for 30th September. So tomorrow, yeah, it's October 1st. So tomorrow is the start of the month, a new month. So that's it. I'll see you guys after the day, after London session, after New York session, and I'll do the recap of what happened and what trades we actually took. So all the trades I'll actually be taking will be live in my Telegram community. So check out the channel, the Telegram channel link, the YouTube channel. Is it bio or something? Yeah. So you can check that out. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.